as you can see, I started early, just doing all of my overall pre-base. So I already moisturized. Usually when I stuff her in the mornings, I don't go with a crazy skin routine, and I know it's not a skincare thing video, but just really quickly to let you know how I usually just apply in the mornings really quick. I always use a toner in the morning, and I use not a AHA, BHA. I only use that at night sometimes. So I use the Centella Water alcohol-free toner. It just feels amazing. It's so hydrating, and it really kind of gives you relief to irritated skin, especially since I had damaged my skin barrier a couple months. It hasn't been long, and it's finally back to normal, but I still kind of really like using it. When I use an essence, I use the Time Revolution Artemisia treatment essence. I love this. You don't have to use an essence. I mean, what is an essence? Is it a toner? No. Is it a moisturizer? No. I don't know. But I just know it feels amazing. It really gives you, again, that hydration that your skin needs, and it plumps your I love it. I love how it makes my skin look, and especially how it makes it feel in the morning. So I love doing that. And then I'll do my moisturizer. And after that, I go with just a sunscreen. I'm using this Ordinary Mineral sunscreen. I love this. It has antioxidants. It does leave a bit of a white cast. As you can see, I look a little bit pale, but it's okay since I'm going to use still foundation. And then let's go in with... I'm gonna do a little bit more of my Magrath products because I'm so excited. I'm getting a new Magrath palette, and according to the UPS site, I'm following the route. You should be here within 30 minutes. So I'm so excited. So I can't show it to you yet, but I definitely will, and I'll swatch, and then I definitely want to play with it. So I'm gonna use my Sublime Perfection Skin Fetish Magrath primer to prime my skin. And so we're just gonna apply this everywhere, and first I packed it in just to kind of make sure that it absorbs, especially in the places where I need a little bit more, and then just everywhere. And now let's go with foundation. Oh, there we go. All right, so now let's just go in, dipping this into my brush here, using the Sublime Perfection. And first, we just want to make sure that we make that part of our skin by just pushing in the product and making it part of your skin. You want to try to apply first in the middle where you need a little bit more covering up, whether it be because you have oilier or more pores in your nose area and this area here on your cheeks. If you don't have any, actually any perfect, skin everywhere, and don't have something that you have to cover the most, then you can start in a different area. But usually the T-zone or this area here for me is where I do need a little bit more coverage, as well as the primer, just to kind of control any oils that I have on my nose or pores. And then, of course, avoiding the under eye, unless you're going to use, if you're going to use foundation, not foundation, concealer. If not, if you, again, don't have any problem areas under your eyes, dark under eyes, or bags, or even fine lines, lucky you, then you can probably just use your foundation, and that would be enough. But you don't want to use both, because then you're gonna apply way too much product, which will end up creasing eventually. No matter how good your foundation is, If you use way too much of anything, it's gonna cause, you know, creasing, and you don't want that. I love a good cake face. You guys know that. Love it. But not too much to where, you know, it's gonna make me look 70. I need to get it. Just gonna go in with my NARS concealer. Just on the corner is enough, 2 drops. Just inside and out. Unless you want to highlight areas like your Cupid's bow, or if you need to highlight your area in your nose. So then just the 2 drops of concealer. You don't need a lot. A little bit on the end, a little bit at the edge. And then just pat that in. First you want to pat and just make sure that it also, just like the foundation, that it really becomes part of your skin. And with this brush, like I've mentioned before, I love that it's nice and dense and the shape is perfect to go into these areas. Since it's a little triangle, it's a precision concealer brush. Sigma has a really good one just like this, and I haven't cleaned it, so I'm not using it, but Sigma has some pretty good brushes. And then once you have the coverage you want, and you can go in with a buffing concealer brush, or you can use a blending brush that you like, and then just kind of buff that in around to make sure you don't have any harsh lines and it doesn't look crazy lighter just in that area, because you want it to look, you know, as nice and natural as possible. Beauty blender, make sure you damp. And I actually mainly have a bunch of Real Techniques sponges because I just love the Real Techniques, even over the Beauty Blender. Beauty Blender is, it's great, but I don't know, it's just, I really love the Real Techniques, and it's obviously a lot more affordable. Just kind of damping, removing any, not damping, dabbing, just removing any excess. And then I'm also going to go in, as I've mentioned to you guys, once I'm done, and get a Kleenex and just dab also, especially on the areas where you might get creasing, like here, just to remove any excess product or any excess oils. I don't really have much contour because I don't do this often, but for purposes of video, I'm contouring just the way I'm doing it is kind of just to accentuate a little bit. I kind of have a little already hollow, so it's nice in that area to follow that. If you don't know where to contour, literally just, you can feel that with your brush where you have that right under the cheekbone. And then as far as if you should round it up or not, that just depends on your face shape. If you want to give yourself the look of a little bit fuller cheeks, you can round it up a little bit. If you need to have, like, try to minimize if you have fuller cheeks and give yourself a more longer look, and kind of not put all the focus there, then you can go straight down. So I'm gonna round up just a little bit, not too much. I already have kind of a long face, so this is just gonna accentuate my cheekbones a little, and just a little bit, not too much, to just kind of. Now here is where we always know I apply a little more. And actually right now I've been losing quite a bit of weight, so like my face looks thinner. Before I used to have like this definitely a lot more full, but I've been sick and just not keeping much down, so that's made me lose weight. And I'm not complaining of that part. So then just make sure you blend that in. You don't want any coarse lines. And again, this is the Sigma 3D 3D HD Kabuki, and it's really nice and dense, but it is a triangle type pointy shapes. This is perfect for these areas here. And then just making, you know, also pressing it in, not too hard. You don't want to be too rough on yourself or on your brush, but enough to where it does go in your skin. And then just make sure that you blend that in. Just kind of dab it with your beauty blender, just so you don't have, you know, any harsh lines. And then you'll just look like, you know, it's a lot more natural, and you just have amazing cheekbones and amazing, you know, whatever. And just with my foundation brush I had, I'm just wiping off a little bit of the excess and just kind of dabbing on a little bit, just to make sure that it's even more nice and blended without taking any product or putting any extra product, just so we don't have any harsh lines. And if I have like really dark under eye, I'll leave it on just a little bit, but I don't like completely just, I don't put a fucking gram of powder underneath, because it just doesn't look nice, you guys. In real life, in cameras, it looks great. If you're gonna be on camera and you're gonna have a lot of lights, then yeah, no problem. Or at night. But when you're up close, especially during the day, that's a big no-no. So as far as face and foundation tips, so you know, that's definitely, always make sure that you are bringing that down your neck so the color looks exactly the same. Right, and then for brows, you guys know I don't do crazy brows, but I do like to just fill in a little bit and just kind of shape a little bit, but for the most part, you know, thank goodness I have some eyebrows. So just going my natural shape, not. Then down here you want to do a nice straight line. This is where you want to kind of go straight, and then you bring it up as far as you want to have your arch, or some, you know, you want to have it nice and just rounded or pointy, whatever it is. Pomade. And then here you want to go too dark and like completely color that in, because it doesn't look as natural, unless that's the look you're going for, and that's fine. Brows are very personal. Everybody has like their own, you know, look, and that's fine. But I like to just do like little individual strokes to replicate, you know, your hair, and just look nice and natural. And then I do darken here once I'm getting close to the arch, because that's where I need to kind of fill in. And then once we're done, I'll clean that up a little bit. And this is a part where my brows get a little crazy and they don't want to listen. And I need a good like clear brow gel to kind of tame them, because this helps, but it doesn't do the full job. And the only one I have is the e.l.f. brow gel, and it's clear, I mean, and I love it. And brush it out, make it even more natural, nice looking. And this is where it's definitely gonna gets a little messier on the top, and I have to clean that up, which is why I kind of like the clear gels or pomades, whatever you call them, wax, whatever it is. But to clean it up, a really good tip I've let you guys know before is just use your primer either the primer that you used on your skin or the primer that you eyeshadow primer for your eyes. That way you don't, it's just going to clean it up and it's not going to remove product. It won't remove your foundation if you already did foundation. It's going to really mess with the color you already have, your foundation that you already have. So this is just the eyeshadow base. It's not a concealer or foundation color. So it doesn't at all mess with my foundation I have. So I like, you know, that part. Then I'll definitely go in with my eyeshadow primer and clean that up to where that's nice and straight like that. It almost looks like it's concealer, but it's not. And then now you have it nice and clean. My eyeshadow base, which I'm obsessed with. I love it. If you haven't used it, if you haven't tried it, you really should. You know, the Urban Decay always was my go-to, my favorite. And I still have it and definitely love it still. But this really has just topped the cake. And there's different colors. There's like just the regular nude. This one's called Ignite, but there is darker colors to match your skin tone. And I think there's even, which I need to get, I've been meaning to get one, a whiter one. It's lighter. It's not the nude like I have. It's lighter. And the reason why I really want to get that one is if you go with a light base, a white, it's going to really make your colors pop, whatever eyeshadow you use. So I'm going to prime my lids, even though I don't have my eye palette yet. Just having a little powder on the areas that I'm a little oily to kind of set a little bit. Not going to set the rest because I'm going to go in with powder blush and that'll help set on its own. So I'm going to do the entire, you know, face look while I'm waiting, and hopefully I will get that packet soon. And for blush, I'm actually, since I'm doing a Magrath look, once I get that in, oh, my hair goes crazy again. I'm going to go in with the Rose Decadence, which I love. I don't know how many times I've used it. And if you can use these as blushes. I don't know if you guys know, you can use them as highlights, anything of Magrath, like you could use full face, and it's just like amazing. So I've used the Peach Dusk as a blush, this one here, and it's amazing. It's so gorgeous as a blush. So that's what I'm going, a little goes a long way, so start with a little bit, and then you can build it up if you need to. Don't go straight with a lot, because then it's harder to take it off. Do you see that? It's such a pretty shade. You look really, really flushed, really fuller cheeks just in this area. But, you know, you can sculpt with blush and you can shape a little bit just like you can with contour. And so it'll give you a more lifted look if you bring that up higher. Like, can you guys see how pretty that shade is? And it's, you know, it's an eyeshadow, but her eyeshadows are amazing, as everyone knows. And so, you know, you could really just kind of apply as much as you like. So, I mean, apply them for everything you want. And apply them as much as you like. Yeah, that too. Just going in with a little bit of powder, and just kind of, if you put a little bit too much, this kind of helps just even it out. And all right, and the powder I'm actually using, unfortunately I don't have the Pat McGrath powder. Try to collect these little by little, because, you know, times are hard. But I've been loving these products from, what is it? Is it Ciete London? Shite London? I don't know. But they have watermelon everything. It's like watermelon burst highlighting This is the pressed one. And then they also have the Extraordinary translucent powder. But I mean, it smells, it smells like watermelon. You see the, where is it? Let's see. You see they have like, it looks like they're seeds. There you go. Amazing. I love. All right, so let's do a red look, because why not? Because we're gonna go with, oops, Pat McGrath. I'm gonna definitely go all the way. So we have a Major Red. Oh, this is a gorgeous red, you guys. Then we have Vendetta. Ooh, this one's pretty too. This is a matte. I just got these not too long ago. And McMenemy, which I used the other day. This one's a darker burgundy-ish. So it's gonna be, I think, between Major Red, which is a Luxe Trans or Matte Trans Vendetta. Let's see, let me swatch. This first one's gonna be Vendetta, and then I'll go in with Major Red. Major Red, since it's the Luxe Trans, it's gonna be shimmery, or not shimmery, but I mean more creamy than not so matte. So let's see. I guess I should maybe see the palette and see what I'm gonna do. But see how pretty those are. So this one's definitely creamier, and I think a bit more of a brighter red, and then this one is matte. Oh, like a deep red. I like the matte. I'm more of a matte girl. I mean, look at how gorgeous her packaging is, guys. Like, if you guys haven't gotten a Pat McGrath lipstick, packaging alone is amazing of any of her products. Even these, you know, smaller ones, the eye ecstasies. This is Sublime. Look at those shimmers. Love these. How pretty those shimmers are. So I'm gonna keep these here handy. Depending on the palette, maybe I'll mix a little bit in. Why not? When I see the UPS guy, I'm probably gonna like run and give it to me. Okay, let me get my stuff together and I'll be back in a minute. Finally. This packaging, oh my god. This is gorgeous. It reminds me like of a Susie. Can we get a little drum roll here? Okay. Oh my god, I almost dropped it. My heart just, I almost had a heart attack here. I'm like, oh no. Oh, this is heavy. You guys, these palettes are like sturdy as hell. All right, so look at these beauties. Are they not absolutely gorgeous, you guys? Yeah. I'm gonna go dark today because they have all these gorgeous, this black and then this silver shimmer, and then you have this gorgeous white. So we have Skin Show Fever, which is gonna look amazing, I'm sure, on the inner corner or under the brow bone. And oh, this is beautiful too, this purple Night Creature. I don't think it even, like, you really can't appreciate this palette as beautiful as it is on camera, but if you can see how gorgeous those shimmers are, they're just, oh, they're so gorgeous. All right, so we have Skin Show, we have Night Creature, Deep Shade, which is really pretty brown, Gigabyte, VR Pink, oh, I love that one too, on top of a pink or a red as a shimmer in the middle. Then we have Extreme Black, Lazarus, Black Metal, I like that, Blitz Amethyst, and Astral Gold Orchid. I think we're gonna go here, 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 here. We're gonna try to just take advantage of as much of these beautiful shades as we can. They are just gorgeous. So let's get started. Let me just get my hair up somehow. Move my thing, get nice and comfy. And so now we already got most of our makeup done. So all I'm doing is eyes, and we already primed our eyes with our Sigma. So let me just take a little swig of coffee because I just can't. I'm actually using my husband's mug today, which is why you could see the Girl's Greatest Dad. It has a picture of me and my boys. We gave this to him for Father's Day. This is like, it's already like kind of fading. I think it was last Father's Day. So yeah, it's a really special mug, but I kind of started using it today. All right, so let's go with a neutral shade to do right here on our socket. I'm gonna poke my eye out for doing that. So I'll go into the brown, the deep shade, and let me take this beauty plastic here off of the mirror. I'll probably break a nail doing this because I do that every time. Oh, that's just so satisfying when you get a new packet. That's like the favorite, like the best feeling in the world. All right, so let's go in and just right under the socket, just back and forth, and build that base and the shape that you're gonna go with. Since I am going with, definitely want to start off with using the dark look. But you know, that purple looks so gorgeous as a shimmer. So I'm wondering if I can do the black and then do like a purple shimmer in the middle. I think that might be amazing. Even though I just did a purple look on the last video. So these are already, I mean, oh my God, they're so pigmented, so easy to blend. It's just a dream to blend. Of course they are. I mean, it's Pat Magrath, so you guys know this is like the best of the best. Just absolute best. All right, so let me now go in with a shadow, more dense brush. This is a really old MAC brush, but I love it, so I'm not getting rid of it. So we're gonna go straight in now on the outer corner and kind of like a V shape. You're gonna apply your dark shade, and we're gonna go with the extreme black. Let me get a little card like I always show you guys, because this is such a nice, easy way to give you that amazing shape and keep it nice and sharp. And it kind of sets already our wing shape, so you do not mess up at all. And now I've mentioned before with Pat Magrath, with any of her gorgeous colors, with any of the gorgeous colors of Pat Magrath, especially all of the metallic foil shades, the shimmery shades, you don't have to really, you know, worry just about taking like an hour and doing like this, you know, look. You can just grab a shimmer shadow and just on your finger, look at that, and then just swipe really nice on your eyelid and go, and you're set, because they're so gorgeous. They look great if it was just the one little shimmer that you have on your eye. Like, it's amazing, like what you can do with her shadows. And so we're just, of course, doing this because we want to play with different looks, and I love makeup is my therapy, so this relaxes me. This you know, really, it's just, I love playing with everything. So we're definitely going bold, like I said, with this look. So I'm definitely gonna go really dark. So yeah, I'm gonna bring in the smokiness a little bit higher. Not as dark as the outer, but I do want to kind of bring it in. And then of course, you know, just blending is gonna be, it's all gonna be about blending everything in nicely. And with blacks, it can be really hard to do sometimes. And it really, I mean, you have to have a really great formula for blacks. Look how pretty that looks already. Just the blend is just so nice. Remember, if you want a nice seamless blend, you want to make sure that you know, have like a really, just really soft, nice blend. Your trick is to hold the brush farther up the handle. If you are going to apply like this close, it's when you're going to apply a really strong punch, you know, really deep color, right? You know, that is like when you want to apply the intense, like what I did here, you know, when you first apply it, there you do want to grab closer to the handle and press a little bit harder with a nice shadow brush that's more dense. When you're doing the blending with any type of blending puffy brush, then you want to hold the handle farther up, and that's going to immediately be a huge difference on how your blend is. It really, really makes a difference. That is what's going to give you a nice, soft, seamless blend. You know, I get a lot of questions, or I see a lot of videos and where people ask, you know, how do I get that blend? Like, I don't, you know, I'm doing everything. I have the brush, and I'm, you know, blending and blending. But if you're not blending with the way you're holding your brush, you can have the same pigment, the same formula, the same brush that somebody else does. But if you're doing this when you're blending, it's going to be too harsh. It's going to not blend as well. It's going to get patchy, especially with dark colors like black or purple. So you definitely want to make sure that you are blending with a really light hand and way up high. You know, if you look at makeup artists that are, you know, awesome makeup artists, then you'll notice the difference of how they're handling their brushes and how light-handed it is, or how, you know, much stronger it is when you're doing that corner. So just a little bit of tips on, you know, how to get that gorgeous blend. And of course, take your time. That's, you know, another thing. You got to take your time to really get in and blend. And I'm going to definitely smoke out and really get into that lash line to make sure I have a really nice blend. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other eye. So I'll do that off the camera so I can get them nice and symmetrical. Okay, I'm just going to get the bottom here and go a little softer. Can you guys see how amazing that blend is? Look at how gorgeous. It almost even seems like there's like, you know, maybe I mixed it up with some gray on the top, because it is just like smoked out and blended nicely. But, you know, didn't use anything other than that black. And then of course we started with that deep shade for the neutral base. So that really helped, and that not only set our shape, but our base, and kind of really works together. Even though you may think it covers the darker color, covers it, it doesn't. It really just helps with that seamless blend up at the top. Just kind of blending it, smoking it down. All right, gorgeous. All right, let's go into the black metal. And then I'm definitely gonna put some of that gorgeous white on the middle, the what was it called, Astral Ghost, to kind of give it a nice, really pretty shimmer. Let's go ahead and cut a crease. And you guys know this is really what I cut all my creases with, the Revolution cut crease canvas. And just going in with a different little applicator, different brush, and just look straight into your mirror. You guys can see me, I'm trying to look into my mirror. I really want to take advantage of all the colors. And so by doing the crease, I can start with one shade here, black metal, and then go into a deeper one. Let me get a concealer brush and then just pat. I'm doing it right over the black because that way it keeps a little bit of that background darkness. So I'm not gonna like completely erase it because that sets like a really nice dark base. Here. There we go. I love this brush for creasing. Can you see how small and pointy it is? It's called No Fudge, Just Smudge. I don't know, it's, you know, it could be, I guess, a smudging brush, but I just love how it's super pointy and just, it's great for cutting a crease. So even like these are all concealer brushes that are great for crease, for cutting a crease. You know, they're dense but really thin, and then they have, you know, that triangular shape, so you can really go in and cut that crease. Also, something like this is a little bit thicker, but it has that slanted shape, so you can go in and cut your crease with that. So anything like that type of shape is what you can use to cut a crease. So I'm dampening my brush a little bit so I can start with a little bit of the metal shade, and just in case we need oh yeah, that's so pretty. Oh, you guys see that? I really hate sometimes some of these amazing shimmers are so hard to appreciate on camera. Yes. Kind of like a maybe like a little bluish undertone too. I think like it's so gorgeous. Now we're gonna actually mix in some of the purple right in the middle. Oh my god. Do you guys see that? It's like definitely not just purple. It has like a bluish tone to it also. Oh my god, look at how gorgeous that is. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. So pretty, so pretty. And then I definitely want to go with a little bit, we're gonna go in with everything, I don't care, because I really want to. Oh my god, that one even just a little bit right in the middle. Did you see how gorgeous? That's the ghost. The ghost. Yep, that's the ghost. That's the white, what is it? White Astral Ghost? Astral Ghost. Or did you even put some pink on there? Let me go into that inner corner and, or let's try this one. Under the brow, go in with this one and do a little bit of the white orchid also, just to make it pop a little bit even more. I'm doing, it's really thin here, kind of lining right under the brow. And then let me go in with one of my night creature. Should I try a little bit of the night creature? Why not? I mean, I'm already doing all kinds of stuff. That's the whole point of this whole video thing, is making sure that you get to play and take your time. Oh, pretty. Really nice and, relaxing. At least for me. Like, that's what this does. It relaxes me. Oh, that little pop right there. Right in the middle. I mean, right in the lower. And then let's put a little bit of that white over here. Astral Ghost Orchid. Oh, I hope you guys can truly see how absolutely amazing this looks. Because it does. It really, really does. Now I'm going to bring in the color that I have already and just bring it a little bit from the outside to the inside. That way you don't take away, and it just kind of is going to blend really nice together. So you don't want to ever do it this way from the glitter here if you're trying to do that half cut crease, because then you're going to bring in that glitter over and mess up your dark, nice color you had set there. Oh, that's so pretty. There's never it's never dark enough for me. Never. You guys have no idea. I could go like charcoal black and I'm happy. Darker the better. I'm gonna go in with some of that black metal, and I'm gonna apply a little bit on the bottom here to kind of add that, kind of same color that we have on the top and match the bottom. So the shimmer I'm just doing right in the bottom. We're definitely going to use a really nice dark waterline to mix in with that black, so you cannot see anything, because I love me a dark eye. Guys, another awesome thing, whenever you get any of the pencils, you get a sharpener. I know it's like a sharpener, but still, to me, like, yeah, that's great. Throw everything in there. All right, so we're gonna just line the water line. I could do a white to kind of just make it really pop right in the inner corner maybe, and then go with the black. Let's do that. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks really, really nice. This is an old cake pencil whiteout. Okay, so Pat Magrath's pencils, I've mentioned before, both the eye and the lip pencils are amazing, and they just glide on effortlessly. They stay on all day. And the lip pencils, which I'll use in a minute, they're completely transfer free. So if you use that under a mask, just a lip pencil, and you know, don't put your lipstick or your lip gloss while you have the mask, your face mask, then it will just last. I'm just using a smudge pencil just to bring down that waterline color and bring it down with my eyeshadow so there's no missing space. And as you can see, super dark. Just on the inner corner, we didn't do that. Now here I already have that shape of the what do you call it, eyeshadow, but I'm gonna go in with a pencil and just trace over that also and make it a little deeper. They're really good for lining. This is a Morphe 506. So all we're doing is tracing what we already have, so it's super easy to do a nice wing. Everything is already set for us, so there's no messing up. And then when you're doing this part to connect, just kind of like a triangle and then just bring it out. Now, depending on how thick you want to go, that's totally up to you. I want to do just a little tiny sharp line here on my inner corner. Kind of just gives you that longer look, that little cat eye, more of a longer look. And then a lot, you could see how it goes from a little bit of the purple and it goes into a lighter, and then we have right in the middle that pop. I'm just obsessed with this look. I just wish it would show on camera how amazing these shimmers are. It goes from, you know, the really white ghost, white astro ghost, whatever, then turns into like that black metal, which is more of just a gray, you know, silver monochromatic, and then you have that really nice purple, and it has like a bit of like blue undertones. With every how you move on the light, it catches so many different colors. So it has black, but it has purple, it has some blue, and then on the right all the way to the end here we have a little bit more of the just true purple shimmer, which is the night creatures. So there's like a little bit of absolutely everything in there, and I am just absolutely loving that. In God, these glasses are starting to hurt my... Okay, I know my hair is going to be in the way, but... And this look really looks good with my hair, with the black with the silver streaks I have going on. Actually matches. So going in now with some Pat Magrath Dark Star Mascara, which you all know I'm obsessed with because it's lately all I am using. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle. Also another, you know, nice trick other than, you know, just wiggling from the root up is slightly move your brush as you're going up. It really makes a difference and coats every single lash. So we want to make sure we do every lash, including all your inner corner lashes, so you can get a nice bold look. And that's just one coat, and then I'm going the other side. Another thing about this palette that is amazing, even though there's so many shimmers and so many of those really nice, not glitter, because they don't have glitter, and that's what I like that, because I don't love the messiness of glitter sometimes. It's more just the monochromatic kind of foil shadows, and there's not a lot of fallout even on the pan. Maybe a little bit of the white Astral Ghost, that one has a little bit of fallout on the pan, which, you know, we all know all that means is you have more pigment. They have more pigment, so to me that's fine. Give me some good pigment, I could care less about the fallout. But the underneath on my eyes, I don't have absolutely any. You would think I'd have a bunch of black little flakes and shimmer. It happens with so many black, anything that is a silver shimmer. So you want to always do your eyes first if you're going to use a lot of glitter and shimmer type. I didn't, because you guys know that I was waiting for my package to come, and I was just kind of waiting around for UPS. So I just did the rest of my base, all of my face first. But I expected it. I put left a little bit of loose powder on the bottom just in case, so it could just dust off. And it actually did not. I don't have absolutely any fallout whatsoever all over my skin. Look at that. Oh, and as I turn and lower, you guys can see. There you go. Look at those shimmers, you guys. I mean, can you see the different colors? It goes from the purple to the really gorgeous, like monochromatic right there, purple. It has some blue tones, and you go straight into like a darker silver, and then the white. They're, oh my God, like that is, oh. And then the shimmer up here, it just pops. I'm gonna use that as actual highlight. I have a doctor's appointment today. They're gonna think I'm crazy at first when they see me and be like, where is this lady going? All right, so I'm gonna use now, I'm gonna go to lips. I'm gonna do the Permagel Ultra Lip Pencil in Bloodlust, because yes, I'm gonna go there. I know people are like, oh my God, if you have really dark eyes and, you know, the really dark smoky look, then don't go with red, go with neutral. Says who? No, I am all about red lipstick. You can always pull off a red lipstick. All right, so let me take up a little bit of this balm. And with red, you know, just make sure you're careful to do the perfect red lip. Make sure you don't overline too much, so don't overline on your bottom. And then another tip, make sure you always have a Q-tip when you're doing this. And if you want to make sure you don't, you know, if you make any mistakes, or just one of your little tiny brushes, grab some primer, any of the primer, whatever primer you used, and or Q-tip, and that way if you make any mistake, you can go in and clean it up without messing up absolutely any of your base. It's like a wonderful tip for using Q-tips, and one of the master classes I took of Pat Magrath's master classes, she said, and I was like, yes, queen. She said the best tip is a Q-tip. So yes, Q-tips definitely help when you're doing your makeup. Make a mistake, clean it up nice and easy. And then on the top, if you want to overline just a little to make your lips look fuller, if you know, have thin lips, smaller lips, then that's where you can overline a little bit if you want. Especially on this area here where it starts getting a little bit fuller, you can go just a little bit above your line if you need to actually, you know, make your lips fuller. But try not to go too much and overline too much over the line, over your natural line, because it's gonna look a little fake. That's where you can kind of get like a little messy and crooked. So if you do have a shaky hand, or you notice, you know, sometimes one lip looks different than the other, make sure that you are resting your elbow on your vanity or whatever it is that you're using, and that really helps give you a steady hand, whether it's eyeliner or lip liner. I'm just going right a little bit there on one line. Permagels, they do not transfer. I swear, like, I've just done my entire lip with the pencil, and they're not overly drying either. And then you wear your mask, take your mask off, and your lipstick is still amazing, flawless, and it doesn't transfer on your face mask. So that's definitely something, you know, really nice for this purpose. I'm definitely going to go in with lipsticks because I really want to try this Vendetta, which is just a beautiful dark deep matte red. Oh, look at that color. Oh yeah, that is one gorgeous red. That is Vendetta with the Bloodlust lip liner. So pretty. All right, so that's the look. Gorgeous contour bronzer little palette, just to go a little bit. Just kind of define my face a little. Give it a, just accentuate my features, is what I mean. And then right under here as like a kind of shadow, and that way it kind of gives you a thinner type look. Just a little bit, not going crazy, because I already did a whole dramatic look. Now that is dramatic, but pretty. Let me see. Oh, what am I doing? Let's see if I can. I don't want to cover up anything. Oh. I mean, what can I say, you guys? This looks just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I'm so happy with this palette. And that lipstick color, yes. Do we need some more highlight? Okay, let's not go crazy on the highlight like I did the other day. I went really crazy on the highlight. Yeah, so that's the look. That is Pat McGrath's Mothership Subversive Eye Palette. Obviously amazing. And I'll post everything down either way. All the products I used along with the face product. It is just absolutely a gorgeous gorgeous palette, a gorgeous look. And they, like I said, they blend like a dream. The black is intense and it blends awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for watching. If you liked, please like and comment anything that you liked on the video, anything that you'd like to see, you know, any recommendations. Please, by all means, comment, and feel free to subscribe if you liked it. Thank you.